Rolex has always been the trophy for life's victories, like a gold medal in adulting. But recently, picking one up felt more like trying to buy concert tickets for a band that hasn't toured since the 90s. Luckily, the secondary market's getting a bit less clingy, so getting your hands on a Rolex now won't feel like a quest for the Holy Grail. What's the damage for a shiny new Rolex in 2024? We're talking under $110,000. Yep, that's still a pretty penny, but hey, we're not just window shopping here, we're treasure hunting. We've split our top picks into two categories because variety is the spice of life, and who doesn't like a little extra zing in their luxury lineup? First off, we're diving into the bustling world of the secondary market, where lightly loved Rolexes come to find new wrists. We're focusing on the new kids on the block from the last 25 to 30 years, 90s classics. You're not getting any airtime today. We're keeping things fresh without diving too deep into the vintage rabbit hole. Plus, if we spot any current models going for less than their retail price, you bet we'll flag those deals. It's like finding designer gear at thrift store prices. We've sourced all our juicy pricing intel from watch charts, a stellar tool for anyone trying to track the market pulse without needing a finance degree. We'll pop a link in the description for those eager beavers who want to dig deeper. Just a heads up. Watch prices can flip faster than a pancake on Sunday morning, so if you're tuning in from the future, take these numbers with a pinch of salt. Don't shoot the messenger if they've wobbled. To wrap up our horological adventure, we'll showcase some current Rolex models that are merciful on your bank account, all under $10,000. We're kicking off with the Explorer family because who says you can't embark on a luxury expedition without breaking the bank? Here's to high style without the high stakes. Number 1, Rolex Explorer. Kicking off our lineup is the Rolex Explorer reference 14270, rocking a 36mm case and a production timeline from 1989 to about 2001. If you're hunting for one, they're going for around $5,395 these days. These are from those quirky transitional years, so the dial might show up in tritium, luminova, or superluminova, basically the watch world's version of a light show. Fun fact, despite their cool factor, they've never ventured past the $8,000 mark in the decade-plus history of watch charts. Next in the family is the Rolex Explorer 14270, which sticks to the 36mm script, but spans from 2001 to 2010. You can grab this piece for about $5,468, and it boasts the updated 3130 caliber, because even watches need a brain upgrade now and then. Interestingly, it's never peaked as high as you might expect. Sometimes the sequel doesn't surpass the original in the collector's eyes. Stepping it up a notch, we meet the 39mm Explorer 214270, stretching its legs in the market from 2010 to 2021, currently fetching a cool $7,300. This model said goodbye to the 36mm case, giving you a bit more wrist real estate. It's got a couple of different mark dials too, making it a bit like choosing your favorite flavor of ice cream. This one's hit above $10,000 a couple of times, especially right after Rolex called it quits on making them, and during a market high in March 2022. Wrapping up with a touch of luxury is the Rolex Explorer two-tone, reference 124273. Introduced in 2021, this 36mm beauty trades for $9,941, undercutting its $12,500 retail price tag. It's the only current production Explorer letting you waltz out of the store feeling like you snagged a deal. It's like finding an extra truffle in your box of chocolates. Before we move on, why not join the opulent Oasis crew? Subscribe for fresh, cutting-edge updates. Let's get back to it. Number 2, Rolex Explorer 2. We're still hanging out with the Explorers, but now we're switching lanes to the Explorer 2. Let's kick off with the 16570 model. This 40mm tough cookie was in the Rolex lineup from 1989 to 2011. It comes in two shades, a sleek black and a crisp polar white. These color choices can sway their market value quite a bit, like deciding whether to wear a tuxedo or a white dinner jacket. Each has its occasion. The model also welcomed the 3186 caliber during its reign, adding a bit more pep to its mechanical step. Currently, the black dial is trading for about $6,696, while the polar white is fetching a cool $7,742. Now onto the bigger brother, the 16570, which stretches the tape measure to a 42mm case size, produced from 2011 to 2021. It seems Rolex decided to hit the gym with this one. For the trendsetters, the polar dial is currently priced at $9,939, while the black dial, always a bit more of the strong, silent type, comes in at $8,827. It's a prime example of how Rolex doesn't just make watches, they make statements, with each design, tweak and color splash having its own financial ripple effect in the market. Number 3. Rolex Submariner. Navigating through the Rolex Submariner series is like taking a stroll through a museum of modern horology, except you can actually wear the exhibits. We start with the 14060, cruising from 1989 to 1999, which can be yours for the museum-worthy price of $8,327. It's a prime pick for those who appreciate a bit of nostalgia wrapped around their wrist. Then enter the 14060M, making its debut in 1999 and sticking around until 2009. It's like the 14060 went to grad school. It got a new caliber and a slight bump in its asking price to $8,857. Moving to the newer generation, the 14060 from 2012 to 2020 shines as the only member of this illustrious family, rocking a sapphire chrome bezel for just under $10,000, a mere $9,999. It's the perfect choice for Submariner seekers on a less titanic budget. Number 4. Rolex Air King. The Rolex Air King, where the entry fee to the kingdom of Rolex doesn't require handing over your kingdom's treasury. The journey begins with the Air King 1400. Priced at a courtly $4,429. This piece comes with a modest 34mm case, proving that good things do come in smaller packages, at least when they're crafted by Rolex. The Air King 140M follows, with a price tag of $4,180, sporting the same dimensions, but with a 369 dial layout that adds a little extra dash to its demeanor. If you're hunting for the crown jewel of bargains, the Air King 1410 at $3,791 is your treasure. But if you're craving a bit more swagger, the 114210 and 114234 might tempt you with their tags of $5,523 and $5,583 respectively. Not to be overlooked, the modern knight of the Air King realm, the 116900, priced at $6,990, proves that sometimes the newer royals are indeed a bit more accessible than their ancestors, trading below their initial $7,150 decree. A royal deal indeed. Number 5. Rolex Milgauss. Step into the eccentric side of Rolex with the Milgauss collection, a series as magnetic as it is mysterious. At the forefront we find the Milgauss 116400 with a white dial. Priced at a cool $8,828, this model is the vanilla ice cream of the lineup. Classic, clean, and always a good decision. Then there's the 1164 GV, which we affectionately call the black dial with a twist of lime thanks to its green crystal. This one's a little spicier on the wallet at $9,949, but it's for those who like to add a bit of zest to their ensemble. And if you're hunting for the crown jewel of the Milgauss family, the Z Blue Crystal version stands out with its distinctive hue and a price tag that nudges $11,511. It's like the life of the party. It shows up late, but all eyes are on it when it arrives. Transitioning to the Rolex Datejust collection, imagine a wardrobe where every piece is more dazzling than the last. That's the Datejust series for you. With an array of over 83 models priced under $10,000, it's like a candy store for watch enthusiasts. You've got 30 SX options, sporting the classic 36mm case, perfect for those who appreciate a timeless look. And for the ones favoring a bit more presence on their wrist, 3 models come in at a robust 41mm. Navigating through this collection doesn't require a map, but you might want a guide. There's enough variety to spend all day marveling at the choices. From sleek and simple to bold and beautiful, the Datejust doesn't just tell time, it tells a story. Whether you're dressing up for a board meeting or dressing down for a casual brunch, there's a Datejust that's ready to complete your look. So while we won't list every single model here because who has the time, rest assured, diving into the Datejust collection is like finding an old bookshelf brimming with fascinating tales. Each watch not only marks the time, but marks a moment in Rolex's storied history. And there you have it, our roundup of Rolex finds that won't require selling a kidney. Which one did you fancy, or do you have a Rolex saga to spill? Drop your stories or dream picks in the comments. We're all ears, and maybe a little wrist envy. Craving more thrifty thrills in luxury watches? Dive into our other videos for the scoop on chic without the splurge. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss out on our next treasure trove. Thanks for tuning in. Keep your wallets full and your collections fabulous.